the peace of God that passes all understanding. I think that's the kind of experience that we're called upon when we're in the face of those difficult times, or even the not so difficult times, the everyday times. It's extraordinary. So what stands in the way of us living this way? What stands in the way? Well, let me ask you, what stands in the way of living, do not worry about a thing, in all things with thanksgiving? What stands in the way of living that way? Yeah, exactly. Right here. There's one thing. It is not your spouse. It is not the economy. It is not the coronavirus. It is not the current politics. It is not any of those things. What stands in the way of your peace of mind is one thing. It's how you think, how you are using your mind. How you are using your mind determines the experience that you have, and it determines the consciousness that you live in. Your thoughts, your emotions, your beliefs. I have a whole workshop series that I teach called Use Your Mind to Train Your Brain. Your mind, not the yama, yama, yama mind, not that one, but your higher mind, your connection with God, your spiritual consciousness. Use your mind to literally train and rewire your brain. It's possible through the magic of neuroplasticity. Don't get me started. I could talk all day and we'll be here until tonight. Okay, sorry. Bring yourself back. Come back to the talk. You with me, though? This is how you do it. We have a choice all the time. But it's, what you need to understand is that the way that you think is automatic. There's an automaticity, stimulus response. There's a stimulus response mechanism that's called the ego. Something happens, you have your automatic response to it, and blah, 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 it comes out your mouth. You can learn to interrupt that. And I love that in Philippians chapter 4, Paul actually tells us how. Verses 8 and 9, the scripture says, if anything is right, noble, pure, lovely, admirable, if anything is praiseworthy or excellent, think on these things. That's the treatise on how to use your mind. But how do we use our mind? Oh, man, she said that, and she did this, and I don't know what I'm going to do, and this is going to happen. And stop. Learn to use your mind, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is beautiful, whatever is lovely, whatever is excellent or praiseworthy. Think on these things. That's what's ours to do. That's how you learn to use your mind in a different way. How do you do that? You do that by really training yourself, paying attention to what's working in your life. I know it seems kind of trite and passé, but keeping a gratitude journal, there's so much science behind that now and how it rewires your neurology. It trains your mind to notice what's working rather than what's missing. It's a beautiful experience of how to be attending to. So just take a moment now and really think, what are all the blessings in your life? I know you came here with maybe some concerns on your heart this morning. Maybe you have family members who are ill, or you're worried about the new coronavirus variant, or you're worried about what's happening in DC. There's some march there yesterday that looked kind of ominous. I mean, goodness knows there's lots going on in the world, but every day, I have the blessing of health. I have the blessing of a car that I drove here from Massachusetts. I have the blessing of a warm home and clothes and food and friends and the Unity community and the Unity teachings. I have lots of warm socks and winter coats. Right? We have an abundance of beautiful and good things. And it really is through our cultural narrative that we have forgotten that what is ours to do is to think on those things that are right and beautiful and admirable and praiseworthy.